Hi everyone. Okay. I'm really terrified of speaking in public, so I'm sorry if I'm being awkward. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Abigail. I'm Dr. Jakin and Timothy's daughter. I have a younger brother who's here from the US. His name is Nishan. Uh, so I work in Bangalore. I'm a fashion designer. I've not been in Vellor for a long time because I've been away from studies and work. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my journey with God so far, because I feel really blessed to be able to take baptism and just give my life to God again. Sorry. So I got saved a really long time ago when I was just 10 years old. So my parents were working in the mission hospitals at that time, so we moved around quite a bit. We were in Bihar, Assam, and I was like homeschooled for a while as well. So I got saved during that time because I really struggled with my identity even as a child. And I think I found my anchor with God at that time, and it was really a blessing. But things changed when I moved to Vellor. It was around when I was 12 years old, we moved to Vellor, and I didn't fit in with everybody because I was just out of there, homeschooled, and it was really hard, and I struggled to fit in, and I think, and a couple of things that happened to me when I was a child, like when I was 5, 6 years old, I suffered some bad stuff in the hands of someone who was religious, a relative who was religious, and he was supposedly close to God, and that messed with my head a lot because I was like, how can a loving God who this person has a relationship with hurt me like that? And I was a child and at that time, so I got really angry with my parents and I got really angry with God. How could you let something like that happen to me as a child? And I was just angry with my parents as well for not protecting me. So I was like 12 at that time, and when I was remembering all these things that happened in my childhood, so after that, for around 8 years, until I did my schooling and my undergraduation, I had gone to Bangalore for my undergraduation in fashion design. And the whole time, I was just really angry with God. It's not like I didn't believe in God, because I did have an experience with him earlier, like when I was 10. So I did know he was real, but I was just really angry. So all through my UG and my school days, I was really, I was not close to God at all. And then I worked for a year in Chennai, and after that I went for my PG in Delhi. So when I went for my PG in Delhi, I'm not really sure what happened. I think God was just reaching out to me again. But he really reached out, and he healed a lot of pain that I was going through. And he just made, all the doubts that I had, if God is a good God, and how can he let something like that happen to me? And a lot of things. He really just healed me from a lot of pain, and that was around 3-4 years ago, I guess. After that, I went to, my dad was very sick in the middle. He was diagnosed with cancer, and it was a really hard time for our entire family, but God really brought us through that and made us stronger and just strengthened my faith as well during that time. After that, I went to Bangalore for work, so I had gotten a job in one of the fashion companies. So I was, for the last 1.5 years, I was working there, and during that time, I still hadn't plugged into a church or anything like that because I'm very introverted and I'm I'm not a social person, so it's just, I was kind of reluctant about it. But finally, I did plug into a church, Ashraya in Bangalore, and I think God just used the church and the people around me for me to grow so much in the Lord. And it's been a really good journey during that time. But the thing is, all my life I've been wanting to be a fashion designer, and I've worked my UG and my PG, and I worked there, and I absolutely love my job. But for the last around 6 months, I've been thinking I want to do something more with what God has given me, with my skills and anything to benefit other people and just what God wants me to do in general. So I'm actually right now, I left my job a month ago. I'm taking a break to go to a discipleship training program in Hawaii for just 5 months to see what God wants me to do at that time. And yeah, I'm excited for that journey to see what God has for me. And I'm just really grateful to everybody who's been there for me and who's helped me in my journey with God. And I really, really want to thank my parents because I think God did a big thing by blessing me with them uh, because they never forced God onto me. They kind of just led by example. And I'm just really, really grateful for them and for the journey that they've taken with me. Sorry. And I'm just really grateful for everything God's done in my life. And he's so, so good. And yeah. Thank you so much. I'm just really blessed to be taking baptism. And just, I'm waiting to, I'm 26 now, and I have important decisions in life, like marriage and career path and everything. I'm just waiting on God for all of that to guide me through, and I know He will, and He's already been step by step. So thank you so much.